Our next command is top command. Top command is also used to monitor the processes on Linux. It will display the processor activity in real time. This top command has multiple columns to show you detail about the process name, process ID, user, CPU usage, memory usage. Also, it will show you a brief status about the average system load, average system CPU utilization, and RAM utilization. So this command is also used to monitor and view the processes. So let's go to our Kali Linux and let me show you in detail. So let me type command top, and here is. It will show you the process activity in real time. Let's start from the first row, this row. Okay, sorry. Let me go here, this one. So we have a time. It means current system time, which is 4:27. So if you go here, so it's 4:27. The same thing showing here. This is the current system time. And then we have 2:24. It means system uptime. It's almost 2 hours or something, and 24 minutes. Then how many users are login? Right now we have only one user login. Then total current login user I show you. Then we have CPU load. And this is in minute. So here is, you see, in 3.27.14.06. After that, in the second row, what we have tasks. Total active task. We have 235. If I open another browser or close something which is running, so it will decrease. Let me close this one. So it should be now less than 235. Okay, either I can open another browser to make them more, and let's see it's increasing or not. So this is 235 total task running. Okay, after that, total 35. Okay, total. How many of them are running? One of them is running. 234 is sleeping. 0 is being stopped. And 0 is being zombia. In zombia state. After that, we have CPU. This one. CPU utilization will show here. Now the first one is .8. Now is more. .8 US. It means percentage of the CPU used by user processes. Then the second one is system processes percentage. Then NI means nice value. Then ID means idle state, percentage of idle. All these are in percentage, keep in mind. Then waiting for input and output, this one, WA. Waiting for input output. Then we have HA, hardware interrupt. Percentage of CPU used by hardware interrupt. And then we have SI, means a software interrupt. Again, percentage of CPU used by software interrupt. And finally we have ST, which stolen, means the amount of CPU stolen. So it's 0. So this one is all about the CPU to show you. Percentage of CPU used by processor, used by system processor, used by nice value, use in idle state, waiting for input output, used by hardware, used by software, and stolen. Now coming to row number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, this one. MEM means memory utilization. So memory utilization, total system memory is this one, 16 GB almost. So I allocate 16 GB to this system. So this is the total memory. How much is free? So we have free memory and use memory, okay, and total memory used by buffer and cache. So I have total 16 GB memory, almost 13 GB is free, and this has been used almost 2 GB, I would say, or 1 GB, and almost 1075 MB is used by buffer and cache. Now the last row number 5, all about the swept memory. Total swept memory, I have this one. Currently used swept memory by the system is 0, and free memory is this one, and used by cache. So, and this is the available memory. So this is the total memory, this is the available memory, this is the free swept memory, and this is the use memory. Okay, so this was all about the swept memory. Now coming to this one. The first one is PID. PID means process ID. Okay, and then we have a user. User means the process running by the user. So in this case, the user is root. Then priority of the running process. This is the priority of this process, which is 20. Then we have a nice value for running this process. After that, VIRT means the virtual memory used by this process is this much. Then we have a physical memory used by this process, which represent by resident, this one RES. Then we have a share memory used by this process, is this much. And then we have current status of running process. Again, I show you it can be S, R, and so many things. Okay. So these are the different status which you can find out from the manual. Then percentage of CPU. Percentage of CPU used by this process is almost 1.0. Then percentage of the memory used by this process is 1.3 in this case. And then we have a total time of process running for. This is the total time. They mention by time plus. And finally, command means name of the process. So in this case, we have this one or exe or whatever, because it's changing frequently. Now, how we can use this one? So we can use this either. Let me Q to quit from here. Press Q, okay, in the keyboard. Top dash V to see the version. Okay, sorry. Version. So this is the version of the top command. If you need a top by specific user, suppose -u, and I need only root, so it will show you a root CPU only, the processes. Let me quit. And if you need, suppose Kali, as I have another user, so now you can see all of them is related to the Kali user. Let me press Q to quit. So you can filter by user as well. Let me use top. And now let's start. Now how I can fetch the information from this? Now we know about all these information. It's okay. But what about these information? How I can filter them? You can use shift plus M, means these two key combination, to sort out by memory. Memory is where this one. So I can press shift M, and here is. Now you see the top memory is used by this application. User is Kali, and the Firefox is using the more memory. And then we have 1.3 and then 7766, because we sort out by memory. I press shift M. If you need by CPU, just shift and P. Now look at now. Now this one is 11.33. So by CPU 12, by the way, it's increasing 15. So it's sorted by the process list by CPU usage. And if you need by the process ID is this one. So what I can do, I can shift in, and shift in, look at now, this is the process ID, filter by this one. Okay. And if you need sorted by the running time, so running time, I can press shift T, and here is the time by time. Okay. Similarly, if you need to what is called to reverse the sorting order, so you can shift R. You see it's shift now 00 is, and if I press again, so again the time is the huge amount. By the way, you can use by any this one. Suppose if shift M, so this memory utilization, the high one. If you want to reverse them, shift R to reverse the less memory, and shift R again the highest memory on the top. This is the highest memory. If you want to reverse them, just shift in R, and you can see the less memory used by. So it's up to you. So shift R can be used with any combination, with shift M, with shift P, with shift N, with shift T. Shift plus M means sorted the process list by memory usage. By CPU, then shift P. Shift plus N means by process ID, and shift T by running time. So you can do it by time, you can do it by memory, you can do it by CPU, and you can do it by process ID. And after that, if you need reverse order, then shift R. If you don't need, then press again shift R. It will show you the highest on the top. Then to highlight the sorted column with bold text, right now it is by what is process ID. Let me make them by process ID. So shift in. Okay, but how I know that it is being by this one? By process ID. So what, you just press what is called X. So I press S, you can see this one is being highlighted. This is in bold. You may see this is in bold, you see. If I make them shift P and now press X, so you will see that one in bold. So it will show you in bold, highlighted the sorted column with bold text. And if you need a background color, just press B. You can see it's a B. So let me do it, shift by memory, and then press B and X as well. Okay, let me press S and B. Okay, and let me wait, and let me open the top again, and let me show you. So let me say by shift M by memory, and now if I press X, it will make them bold. So memory has been bold, you see. Maybe it's not more visible, but you can see if I select them, so CPU share memory is not bold, and this one is bold. And if you need to highlight, press B. Now you can see B. When I press B, so it show me the highlighted one. Also, you can change the refresh interval by D. And here when I say D, so they say a refresh interval 3 to whatever. So if you see 6 and hit enter, now you change the refresh interval. And if you want to see full path like Firefox full path, so you can press C. You can see now it's showing the full path. And if I press C again, so only the name of the command means the application, and this is the full path now. When I press C again, look at now it's changing. Yeah, you just need to focus here on the command. Here is C. And U means to view the process of specific user only. You can press U, and here you need to type, suppose you need only Kali, press, and now the user is Kali. U again and type root, so it will show you only root user detail. Look at now its user is root. Similarly, we have a I, so hide the load average information. This one. So I can press I. You can see it's hide, sorry, L. I is do for other purpose. So L means, task, yeah. If I press L, so top is coming. Now the first, and look at now is remove. And let me press L again, so it will show the top, this one. Similarly, we have a K. We can use K as well to kill the process. So if I press K, it's asking the process ID, which process you want to kill. We have A top as well, and A top is this ID, which is 628. If you want to kill A top, just type 628 and hit enter. Okay, and hit enter, and now it killed them. Similarly, if you want to kill Apache, so you can K and you can type. Okay, and let me escape. Okay, and let me use the top again. Similarly, we have F to add remove column. So we have F, here is. So we have a CPU, we have a memory, we have command, we have other detail as well. Right now we are showing only process ID, user detail, process, and this is the nice value, virtual memory, resident size. We have a share memory, and we have process status. We have CPU usage, we have memory usage, we have CPU time and total, we have command name. If you need to add something, so there are many other things to add as a column, and they mention on the top. Okay, this what you can do it by F command. Let me escape to quit out from here and come back. Similarly, we have N, number of tasks to be visible. So if I press N, so maximum tasks, and change them how many you want to be visible. And let me press escape to come out here. And if you need help, just type H and it will show you the help. I press H only, means help. And here is escape to go back. We have Z to display running process and color. So we can type, so these are the running, and you can see it's changed the color. The running process are in color. You can display running process and color, just press Z. Z means, okay. And to quit the process, you just need to type a Q. I already told you about this one. Just Q and you are come out from the top. Again, and let me press Z. Shift plus A, it will split the output in multiple panel. So if I shift A, you can see it's divided. You can see PID and it's divided them, split the output in multiple panels. So shift A again, it will go back. So these were the few example and few shortcut which you can use. Okay, and then we discuss in detail about the top command. So let me Q to quit, and you can always main and you can go to top. It will show you all the information which I just discussed. From here you can get more information. Okay, let me quit from here and let's go back. So this was all about the top command, which is used to monitor processes in Linux.